Welcome in Mechanical System Design subject. I am Professor A.P. Godke, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department. So today we will discuss about the important topic of our subject Mechanical System Design, that is a belt conveyor. So what is meant by belt conveyor? So definition or the main objective of belt conveyor. A belt conveyor is a large rubber band stretched between two or more pulleys traveled at a one or more consistent, more or less high rate speed and carrying a quantity of the material. So it is basically one mechanical device used to carry the material. Either it is a bulk material or either it is a unit load. So in a cement plant, belt conveyor is used to convey the crushed limestone, coal, gypsum, cleaner, etc. So this is the objective of belt conveyor, to carry the raw material from one place to another place. Then belt conveyors with their stackers and reclaimers are the only practical means for the large scale stock filling and reclaiming of material or bulk material. Then next point, important point, is a terminology of belt conveyor. So what are the different components present in the belt conveyor, that we will see in this diagram. So first is part is a head pulley, or it is also called the drive pulley. Then here head chute is there. Then this is a tail pulley. Then this is a pre-cleaner to clean the belt. Then this is a secondary cleaner. Then this is a transfer point, dust seal, tail box. Then this is a take-up pulley. This is a bend pulley. This is a tail pulley protection plow. Then these are the carrying run idlers, or it is also called the towing idlers. Then this black portion or black element is a conveyor belt. Then these are the return run idlers. So to provide the required tension into the belt, the snub pulley is used. Then belt pulley and take-up pulley is also there to maintaining the required tension in the belt. So this is the terminology of belt conveyor. You will see the different components of belt conveyor. The important components are head pulley and tail pulley. So tail pulley is just supporting pulley. Then head pulley, or it is a drive pulley, which is a run or which is connected to the power source. Next is the belt elements. So here you can see the fabric belt material. So three layers are there in the belt element. So one is made up of a synthetic fiber layer. First one is a synthetic fiber layer. Then the second layer is a shock absorbing rubber layer. And third layer is the top and bottom abrasion and resistance rubber cover. Next is the types of idlers used in the belt conveyor. So we know there are two types of main idlers are there, that is the carrying idlers and return run idlers. So here towing idlers, that is the carrying idlers are there. Then training idlers are there. Then V return idlers are there. Then impact idlers are there. Then return idlers are there. So these are the various idlers used in the belt conveyor. Next, pulleys based on the lagging. So here diamond groove lagging is used. Then V groove lagging is also used. So groove lagging pulleys are generally used for head pulleys and snub pulleys. Then plain lagging is also used pulley. That is a plain lagging pulleys are specially used for tail pulleys, take-up pulleys, which requires good traction between the belt and pulley for improved belt tracking capabilities. Next one is the take-ups. So the belt to provide the required tension into the belts. So the take-up devices are used. So first one is a vertical gravity take-up. Then second one is a horizontal gravity take-up, and third one is the screw tensioning. So gravity take-ups are nothing but it is a self-adjusting, and the tension on the belt can be accurately controlled by the weights. That is a gravity take-up. So in gravity take-up devices, there are two types. One is a vertical gravity take-up and second one is a horizontal gravity take-up. Then screw tensioning is it is a, or in it the tail pulley is initiated or installed over rails so that it can be removed by means of screws. So it is commonly used on conveyors up to 75 meter in the length. So by adjusting the screw, we can provide the required tension into the belt. Next is the selection of the belt conveyors. So the first is a tension rating, that is a tensile strength of the belt. Second one is a load support, that is a minimum number of plies. Then probability, then pulley diameters and belt thickness. So these are the selection or design parameters for the selection of the belt conveyor. Next, good loading conditions for the belt conveyor. When in service, belt wear occurs mainly at the loading point. So to prevent wear, first loading should be central with material feeding at the same speed and in the same direction as belt travel. Then second one, reduce the free fall of the material at loading point. Then third, cushion lumps by screening out pines in front of the toe of the chute. Then use impact idlers to absorb the impact energy of the lumps. Then boards and the belt clearance should increase in the direction of travel to prevent the trapping. And last one, ensure that the delivery is not choked, that is through hopper. Then loading chutes, that is also called as hoppers. So large chunks are loaded. Feed chutes with a curve loading plate is for the material speed up. Then second one is a rock box arrangement, and the third one is a cement feeder. So these are the loading hoppers are there. Then maintenance, what are the parameters or equipment for which the maintenance is required? First one is the gearbox, second one is the coupling, third one is the bearing, then idlers and pulleys. So daily noise level we have to check for the gearbox, then noise level and jams if any we have to check for the idlers daily, then weekly oil level for the gearbox, then check the dust accumulation for the bearing in weekly, and lagging should be checked for pulleys. Then monthly properties of the oil, alignment of the coupling for gearbox, then oil lever for coupling, alignment of the coupling, temperature of the fluid coupling, condition of the gear coupling, teeth quarterly. Then quarterly greasing is done depending upon the condition for bearing. Then quarterly alignment is checked. Then tensioning bolt condition is for the pulley monthly. Then yearly, the maintenance is given for the gearbox only, that is the oil change not to exceed 18 months or 1500 to 5000 hours depending upon the condition of the oil. So this is the maintenance chart depending on the type of the item. Some of the items require daily maintenance, some required weekly maintenance, some required monthly maintenance, and some required yearly maintenance. So this is the maintenance chart that we have to follow for the maintenance of the belt conveyor components. Next one is a troubleshooting. If troubleshooting means if any kind of trouble is there, so what will be the reason for the that trouble that we are listed here. So first one is the swaying of the belt. So material having high moisture content, guide pulley jammed, then improper belt joints, uneven wearing of lagging on pulleys, then return and carrying idlers are not parallel, then multi-functioning of the take-up pulleys. Because of these reasons, swaying of belt occurs. Slipping of belt, second trouble. So the reason of the trouble will be the absence of proper lagging on head, snub pulley and tail pulley, or if a wet belt is there, then also slipping of the belt occurs. Then the material that has been entrapped between the belt and pulley, and last one, belt is in contact with any prodding part, then slipping of the belt occurs. Then rapid wearing of the belt, more falling height of the material at transfer point, inadequate distance between the impact pads and belt at the transfer point, inadequate distance between seam block and sealing block and belt, then uneven overlapping, then air bubble left at the time of joining, and wet conveying material. So that will be the troubleshooting problem for rapid wearing in the belt. And finally, with the belt joint failure. So the reason is uneven overlapping, air bubble left at the time of joining, wet conveying material, that is a cold joint, applying load before curing period, joint step are in the wrong direction, and insufficient temperature applied during joining process for hot joints. So these are the troubleshooting uh, in the belt conveyor system and the reasons of the belt troubleshooting. Then BC4 driving unit, you can observe here motor unit, then fluid coupling, then helical gearbox and pin bush coupling. So this is a driving unit for the belt conveyor system. Then belt repair procedure. So mechanical fast on join, hot vulcanization and cold vulcanization. So this is a belt repair or belt maintenance procedure. So either we can perform mechanical fastening or we can perform the cold vulcanization or joining and hot vulcanization or joining. Then field instrumentation, description and function when actuated, misalignment detector, under speed switch, pull wire and switch, emergency stop and rapid rip detector. So these are the control units for proper working of the belt conveyor system. Then the dust suppression. So this is dust suppression unit. So the dust generation depends on the nature of material carried, the height of drop on the belt, then speed of the belt and angle of the belt. So the air velocity to particle size and cohesiveness ratio is the dust separation. So dust curtains are provided and hood and spoon arrangement is there to avoid the dust or to maintain the dust suppression. Then next one is a dry fog dust separation. A bag is hanging to allow the air pass and water force through nozzle with the air helps the dust separation. Then this is again another dust separation nozzle through which we can separate the dust out. Recommendation. So rubber skirt are cheaper than the skirt pad. Easy install and remove, can made from the use of the belt conveyor. Full sealing material will not come out and gap from where the material may come out. So these are the recommendation for the maintenance. This is also recommendation. And finally safety. Safety, not lead the material on the conveyor above the conveying capacity. While lubricating the pulleys, idlers, bearings, fluid couplings and balancing the belts, the conveyor should be stopped. It is dangerous to travel or walk across the conveyor. It is better to use crossovers and ladders provided for the purpose. While walking along the side of the conveyor belt in the belt conveyor gallery for inspection purpose, always ensure that hands, legs, head and hairs are not come in touch with the moving belts and idlers. No loose garments are be worn during the work. The belt conveyor gallery should be well illuminated. The non-burning lamps should be replaced with the new one immediately. The switches like limit switch, belt, sway switch, starting and stopping switch, and mechanical electrical interlocking switches should be checked periodically to know whether they are in good operating condition or not. So thank you for watching the topic of belt conveyor.